It's a gorgeous morning. I'm out for a walk and I was thinking, why not just sit down and make a video? I'm on vacation. I probably will sit down later today on the desktop and do some Elliott wave analysis on SPY. Today, at least thus far, we've seen a pretty big rejection of 401 and I want to break that down. Right now though, I just want to go over PURA, what I see going on there. I increased my position, I bought some more, even though it cost me $6 a trade. It cost me $6 a trade because it trades over the counter. It's not on the New York Stock Exchange. That means it's probably not, my orders are probably not being sold to Citadel, which is nice, but it does hurt because, I mean, $6 is a lot when you're trading penny stock. Let's open the chart, have a look. Start with some news about PURA. This article covers how UC Asset LP is extending their partnership with PURA, and they say the reason that they need to extend their partnership is because it's just going to be harder to develop the land that they sold to PURA. So they say particularly it requires larger capital commitment, which is costly to raise in today's capital market. That makes sense. You got tightening economic conditions like interest rates going up. I'm not exactly sure what they're specifically talking about, but they understand that this is going to be a longer term thing. Meanwhile, they continue, the land itself has become one of our most successful investments. And the article continues, they bought or sold the land to PURA for $800,000, and it's currently valued at $1.4 to $2 million. And so just that investment itself has been very rewarding for the companies. I like that. That's a great way for the company to start its new business here. Let's move on, talk about some charts. So here we are looking at PURA on the hour time frame, and what's most exciting here is, first and foremost, there is an incoming downtrend that's been broken, and that's the short-term downtrend. There is a longer-term downtrend that comes in somewhere down here, and that has also been broken. And so really what we're looking at now is some bullish action to come, I think. Let me just break this out. You can see there is an easy uptrend through here, which has broken down, but I've said this once and I'll say it again, that typically you find bottoming patterns occurring below support and resistance. And so here, some sort of inverted head and shoulder bottom might occur. I don't have that much information yet to really establish that, but this does look like a classic bull flag. It's everyone's favorite pattern because it's the easiest to identify. In Bulkowski chart pattern analysis, I would look at this as a pennant. And pennant, wow, that is deplorable. Or a measured move up, where you just have an easy push higher, a corrective phase, and another push higher. And Bulkowski would advise not trading this until you get above that high. Let's look at a line chart on the 1 hour. It's going to be a little easier to see the waveform analysis. What I find super interesting here is that it appears we've actually completed a zigzag through here. I know, like zigzag, what? Yeah, let me just say, I think it's 1, 2, and 3. And then I think it's 1, 2, and 3 dying very quickly. And this is actually a bullish thing. When you see a zigzag set up and then this failure occur to push lower, that's where we find that support. And I think that's really what forms those flags. So I want to go over that in a little more detail. Let me just clear those drawings up and break my brush out again. Okay, so I think we have, I'm just going to use the sub-minuet waves here. I don't have a wave count right now on Puration, so I'm just going to use whatever I have. So I'm thinking the first and the second 2 waves of a motive wave down, because in a zigzag, there's 2 motive waves, this one and this one. So I'm looking for 2 motive waves here, and that's going to be a 5-wave pattern, and I believe these are the first 2, a dump for 3, a push higher, and you're going to notice that the bottom of wave 1 and the top of wave 4, they occur at a similar level, and wave 4 shouldn't be overlapping wave 1, and it doesn't. And then we have a push down for 5, and that completes the first zigzag. Nice and easy, no problem. So where's the corrective phase? Well, there's a small uptrend through here, and I think this defines where our corrective phase ends. So let me just break out an eraser here and clean this up a little bit. Get rid of this too. This seems to be cluttering the page here a little bit. So this corrective pattern I think was actually like broadening, which would be a reverse triangle. And we do have enough touches, I think, and it's probably going to be like A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what we have now is kind of this dying motive wave heading down. I think it's actually part of this triangle too. So I'm just going to erase some of this. Yes, very good. Here we go. So I believe we have waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is truncating into here. All right, that being the level of horizontal support and resistance that defines the bottom of wave 1 and the top of wave 4. And there's just no downward momentum to complete that wave 5, right? And so we have kind of this basing pattern through here. I think if you really wanted to, something else you could do is you could probably put some sort of triangle into this dying motive wave, into this dying zigzag. And you do that very carefully right here. And perhaps we've already started to see the beginning of a new trend reversal, pushing out up and higher, which is really what I'm looking for at this point in Puration. So I think this is a great time to be watching the stock. I wouldn't advise buying, of course. I'm never telling you to do anything, this is vlogging. But Bolkowski would say, don't buy until we get past this high. And that's a smart thing to do. But what do? I buy it right here. I'm always early, it's the way it goes. But I'm just excited to see Puration Inc. is still on its way to developing a group of companies to deliver hemp-based products in the future. I'm going to be providing more fundamental research on the developing hemp industry and the conglomerate of which Puration is a part. So stay tuned for those updates. I'm going to sign up for now. Happy trading.